Well, good morning, magandang umaga, and welcome to today's episode of My PI Dream. This is Saturday, and as you see, I'm working on those Hawaiian palms. I'm going to try to get a head start. My gardener came in this morning, but I'm going to try to get a head start to help him out also, so that we both have a collaborative effort in getting these palms installed as soon as possible so I can work on some other projects around the house here. Anyway, I wanted to get my hands a little dirty this morning. I love being part of the process, as you well know. And it's a beautiful morning. We have a really nice breeze. It was a very cool evening last night. Didn't have to have any fan on. As a matter of fact, I had to get up under the cover and take advantage of some of the warmth of the cover because it was so cool last night. So anyway, this morning I'm mixing up. Remember that mixture? And I think several people put comments when I was reading the comment section this morning with my morning coffee. I think they said this is a mixture of some type of carbonized rice mixture. And I believe that's what the garden shop told me, the owner of the garden shop. It has something to do with that, but there's a name for it. I don't know if it's a technical name or what, but it has something to do with carbonized rice something or other. So what I'm doing, I'm beefing up a little bit of soil. The soil is pretty hard here. And I'm in the middle of trying to dig up a mahogany root. Remember, all these were mahogany trees. There were 6 mahogany trees out here. And trying to dig up these mahogany roots is quite a task. But I was successful in getting part of one. I'm going to leave some of the mahogany root in there. Eventually it will rot out. Well, I don't know, mahogany, it won't rot out before I leave this plane of the planet. But mahoganies are very strong. They resist water and they will hang around for a long time. They don't rot out like normal wood, like pine or something like that. Well, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and continue working on this. Add some additive to the soil. And get 1 or 2 of these palms in play. I just want to see what they look like. I really do. And then I have some tasks to do inside the house and downtown. I have to run downtown today as well. The 2 workers, I'll show you what they're doing in just a little bit as far as putting the grass blocks and the little steps inside, our steps from the basement up to the backyard. So, without further delay, let's get today's video underway. All right, well, that's the #1 Hawaiian palm in the ground right now. What I did, for those of you who are thinking about doing your own planting, I know a bunch of you are DIYers and you already know the process of planting a new plant, a new tree, a new shrub inside the ground. Most of the time you dig the hole 2 times the size wide of the root ball and 2 times the size deep of the root ball. Then you take the existing soil that's in the ground, and if you have any fall off from the bag that the root ball came in, you kind of mix that up along with the soil that's inside the ground, so you don't really put the tree or the shrub into any kind of a shock. It already has a pH level and adjustment to some of the soil that it's been growing in for the amount of time that it's been growing. Then what you do is you're going to put a base layer of soil in the bottom. You're going to let it sit. You're going to take that, or your mixture that you have, and if you need to do an additive, if your soil quality isn't that good, you do something like this, like the carbonized rice husks that we have over here, and you add that, and that's what I did right here. But even though the soil is pretty good right here, but again, being out here on the side of the street for such a long time, exposed to the concrete and everything, it's probably not nearly as good as the organic material, the organic soil that's inside the yard, in the middle of the yard, because it has all the years and years of all the vegetation breaking down and going inside the soil, and it's very rich inside. So I did the mixture I set it down, and then you're going to fill it in. You're going to backfill it in about halfway. Then you're going to pour some water inside. You're going to spray a bunch of water inside here to get all the air pockets out. If you have a little stick or something like that, you can punch it down inside here. Try to get, you don't want any air pockets between the root ball, the roots themselves, and the soil. You want it to cover it really good. So saturate it really good inside there, let that water drain, and then go ahead and top it off. And I have to do one more thing. I have to give it one more soaking of some water, which I'm going to do as soon as I get done talking to you right here. And that one will be set. It will be ready to go. It will start activating inside that hole. And I'm going to do that to all the other trees here as well. Now, what I did, when you put, obviously, when you dig up the hole that has that you're going to put your tree inside, you're going to have the volume of soil. You're going to have more soil than you need, because the root ball is going to fill in the existing soil, which is what I have right here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this, and I've already added the carbonized rice to this mixture right here, and where we pull the sod, we're going to be self-sufficient here at Villa Feliz. We've been pulling all the sod from around the edge of the wall, and we use that to fill in all of the grass blocks for the entire driveway, and we'll continue doing that any place that we need grass. It will just propagate and propagate and propagate. So we don't have to worry about buying any more sod. Well, what I'm going to do, some of those areas where my gardener dug up that sod, there's still an indention inside there. So I'm going to backfill with this soil right here, fill up natural, then that grass will grow right back up against to the fence, and you'll never know we used it as a cedar base. So let's go ahead and do that real quick, and then I'm going to do some more digging out here. As you can see, it is the end of another workday here at Villa Feliz. It's 5 o'clock. Everybody's gone. The gardener's gone. The two workers, Robert and Marlon, they're gone for the day, and they actually got a lot accomplished. Both my gardener as well as the workers. So let's kind of do a wrap up for today. And today was we had like rain, no rain, but it wasn't really a hard rain. It was one of those where the guys basically kind of stuck their head inside the garage over here for like 5 or 10 minutes, and then they got back on the job. I don't think we really lost. I thought maybe we lost about a half hour's worth of work today. It wasn't too bad at all. But take a look at what the guys did today. Now, as you can see, they have some steps. The non-slip portion of the step, they did all the measuring. This is actually pretty tedious work right here, to be honest with you. It's not something that can be done all in one day because it has to do with making sure everything is level, everything is square. They chipped all out when they put each one of the steps in for the concrete foundation inside there. It was a mess. It was where the blocks are going to be, the grass blocks, and they had to chip out enough so that the grass blocks, they will actually fit now behind each one of the steps. They spent most of the day doing chipping. So tomorrow, which is Sunday, but they asked if it was okay if they come in and do what's called the overtime. They're going to come in tomorrow and do overtime and finish a lot. Now, they are pretty much prepped for what they need to do to get this. I believe they can get this all done tomorrow. All this can be done tomorrow. Now, for me, I'm going up to Alabang. I got a call today from the fine folks up at Alabang, CW Home Depot complex up at Alabang, and they said, my stone's in. Remember I ordered 6 boxes and there were 7 per box. There was 42, but then I called them back up. I said, oh, can you please increase the order, because Robert said we need 52. He did kind of a rough calculation. Well, I asked them if they could throw a couple more boxes in there, but they said they don't have it. It's not in the warehouse. So I'm getting the last batch that they have, which is 50. So we're like 2 tiles short, but we have little pieces of leftover. If we have to fill in some places down in the bottom, we can make it work. I believe we can make it work. So I think we'll have exactly the amount that we need to finish that project back there. So that's on for tomorrow. Those guys are going to be working here on the steps while I run up to Alabang, pick up some stone tiles and bring those back, and that job should all be done on Monday. Now let's go and take a look and see how many Hawaiian palms got installed today. Now, I will tell you right now, I installed 3 myself this morning. I think just before, and I think I did 2 before lunch and 1 after lunch. In between trying to watch what was going on with the guys doing the tiling and the steps going to the backyard. So then my gardener came in and he did several more when he got in for the afternoon. So we'll take a look and we'll see how these are going back here. As you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, and I did these 3 in the back here. 1, 2, 3. So we have 6 out of 10. So we got a little over 50% installed right now. So those are looking good. I used the ash mixture, the rice carbon ash mixture, whatever this is called, and it actually, you could feel the consistency of the soil. It will absorb the water a little bit better, and of course that ash inside there, it's like one of the main ingredients that you need for giving soil some nutrient. So they look good. I think they're going to do. I put a couple pieces of some reinforcement on a few of them that I had. I kind of tied it to the fence, so you see how windy it is right now. I was concerned that with all the wind and putting all the water in the ground and trying to get them set in, that they would be shifting and moving, but they're doing pretty good. I don't have it on all of them, just on a few. Now there was one more thing that was finished today, and I saw them when they had the tile adhesive doing the steps from the garage up to the backyard. I said, can you do me a favor? We still have, the contractor was still supposed to install a floor drain inside the sunroom, and it's a real easy task. As long as the pipe is there and the tile were cut out for the 4-inch by 4-inch or the 100 centimeter by 100 centimeter opening to the PVC pipe, then you just take a little bit of tile adhesive and you basically embed it around the base of the floor drain. And he came in, it was done in a matter of 5 to 10 minutes. That is all done. So that's done. So one of the other things that my workers have to do, and we'll probably do it either tomorrow or on Monday, is there's 1 tile missing in the bathroom upstairs in the CR. The tile that's missing is one that's up underneath the vanity. I don't know why. They cut it wrong, and they were supposed to cut out around the base of the vanity and slide the tile in where the drawers are going to be, because all the drawers and the doors on the base of the vanity, they're offset by about 10 centimeters back, the doors, so you have to see the tile, because they weren't going to put any tiles inside that nook area right there. And I'm like, oh no, you have to put tile inside there, especially for the ones where you have the doors that are open. Not quite as important for the drawers, because you'll never see what's underneath the drawer or behind it, but since it's offset by about 10 centimeters, it has to go back at least 10 centimeters, and there's nothing there. So they'll finish that up either tomorrow or Monday, like I said. Now you calm down. You calm down. Now there is still a lot of things that need to be done around here, especially all the corrective actions. I sent the punch list to my builder, my contractor, and he's not replying. But that's not surprising. It seems like we get very little support. As a matter of fact, he removed the support from these guys, the guys that are working here now, who are supposed to be doing all of the finish up of things that need to be accomplished around here. He's not even paying them. Their pay and all the materials are coming out of my pocket right now. So anyway, that's things that you have to look out for. That's why I say you have to make sure that you get a very good contractor, someone who has a track record. Make sure that you check with their the previous bills that they have, their portfolio. What? Oh, you got dirt everywhere, all over me. You're. It's time for me to get inside and get a bath. Again, always talking about contractors. Anyway, so make sure when you pick a contractor, he has a good portfolio, and check with his the people who have had him build for him before, and ask him, was he a good builder? Did he fulfill his obligation? Did you have any problems? Things like that. I didn't go deep enough with this contractor right here. So anyway, but we are getting things done, and it's a minor amount for these final finishing things anyway. And so enough on that topic. Let me close for today. Tomorrow, road trip to Alabang. If you're interested in joining me for a Sunday trip, let me know in the comment section, and I'll carry you along with me on that trip for the stoneworks. So if you enjoyed today's video, please give me a thumbs up. Please share, and if you have not subscribed, just click on that little My PI Dream heart in the bottom right hand side of your screen. You'll be subscribed, and you'll be notified the next time I upload a new video. So until such time, you have a wonderful and blessed weekend.